Recently, the members of BTS appeared in a special video on Netflix to deliver a message that felt very personal to ARMY. Kim Namjoon even opened the message with a sentence that immediately gave many fans chills. "The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived." That simple sentence felt like a reminder of the long journey they have gone through. Years of waiting, countless preparations that were not always visible to the public, and the great hopes carried by millions of fans around the world. But in the middle of the message about this new project, the fandom was suddenly filled with other speculation. Could there be a secret collaboration between Park Jimin and Jimin Jungkook? Several small clues began to appear, from producers who claimed they had once recorded their voices together to interactions with international musicians that made ARMY even more curious. So, is all of this just a coincidence? Or is something really being prepared behind the scenes? In this video, we will discuss the various clues that make the possibility of a Jikook song feel more real than ever before. In the special video, the BTS members appeared one by one to deliver their messages to the fans. The first to speak was Kim Namjoon, better known as RM. With a calm yet confident tone, he opened the message with a sentence that immediately caught people's attention. "The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived." For many fans, that sentence felt like a sign that something big was being prepared. Not just another project, but the next step in BTS's long journey. Then Kim Seokjin, or Jin, continued the message. With his signature smile, he explained that everything they prepared was made with all their heart. It was not just professional work, but something they truly thought about while always keeping ARMY in mind. Behind every detail, every decision, and even every note that was prepared, there was always one question they kept asking themselves. Will this make ARMY happy? That principle has always shaped BTS's journey. The idea that the relationship between them and their fans is not just about music, but also about trust and a sense of belonging. Then Min Yoongi, or Suga, offered a deeper perspective. He explained that this project is not just a continuation of their journey, but also a new beginning, a challenge. Even though BTS has achieved extraordinary success, they never stop looking for ways to grow. For Suga, stagnation is not an option. This project is an opportunity for all 7 members to experiment again, try new things, and expand the boundaries of their creativity as artists. The atmosphere changed when Young Hoseok, or J-Hope, began to speak. With the enthusiasm that has always been his trademark, he described what is coming as something extraordinary. He did not give many details, but it was enough to spark curiosity among fans. However, the atmosphere became much more emotional when Park Jimin finally spoke. With a voice that sounded very sincere, he revealed that he truly missed the feeling of reconnecting with the world. That sentence was simple, but its meaning was very deep. For Jimin, the connection with fans is not just a regular interaction. It is a source of energy, the reason they keep creating, and the bridge that connects them with millions of people around the world. The final message came from Kim Taehyung, who explained that every moment of the project, called Ararang, carries sincerity and the history of the group's journey. In other words, this project is not just entertainment, but also a way to bring their cultural identity to the global stage. At the end of the video, J-Hope appeared again to close the message. He invited everyone to watch the Netflix live event and said that they would make history together. For many fans, that sentence felt like a promise that something big was waiting ahead. But at the same time, something interesting began to happen within the fandom itself. Some people seemed unable to accept even the possibility of a collaboration between Jimin and Jungkook. Interestingly, so far everything being discussed is still just fan theory. It is true that in recent days more and more small clues have appeared that make people speculate. Pieces of information, coincidences, and discussions among fans have made the possibility feel increasingly real. But officially, there has been no confirmation. Even so, some people have reacted as if everything were already real. Some have even begun to build very strange narratives, saying that if a song between Jimin and Jungkook really exists, then it would be unfair to Jungkook. Others have created stories suggesting that Jimin forced Jungkook to record a song with him. But we are talking about Jungkook, an adult, a professional artist, and one of the most successful musicians in the world today. The idea that he has no control over his own artistic decisions simply makes no sense. Ironically, the day before, a completely different narrative was circulating. Some people claimed that Jimin was Jikook's #1 fan. So yesterday Jimin was supposedly supporting them. Today, he suddenly becomes a manipulative figure. This contradiction is so obvious that it almost feels like comedy. The narratives keep changing depending on the story some people want to believe. What is even stranger is that all this drama started from a song that has not even been confirmed. There has been no official announcement, no certainty, just speculation. Meanwhile, most fans are simply enjoying the moment. They read the clues, discuss the possibilities, and wait for the surprise. Because in reality, there are many possibilities. However, speculation about a potential Jimin and Jungkook song grew stronger after several small details began to appear. One example happened when the British singer and producer Artemis suddenly caught ARMY's attention. He was seen liking and reposting a TikTok edit featuring Jimin and Jungkook using his song Southbound. For outsiders, it might look like a normal social media interaction. But within the BTS fandom, small details like this are rarely considered pure coincidence. What makes it more interesting is that Artemis was also involved as a contributor in a BTS song titled Ararang Like Animals. That fact made the interaction feel like more than just coincidence. The next puzzle piece appeared when the name Nitty, an American DJ and producer, entered the conversation. In an online comment, he mentioned that he once had the opportunity to record Jimin and Jungkook together, and that working with their naturally talented voices was an enjoyable experience. His sentence was simple, but for fans the impact was huge. If a producer says he has recorded Jimin and Jungkook together, it is hard not to imagine the possibility that they might actually have a collaboration song. And for fans, that is something people have dreamed about for a long time. And who knows, when the tracklist finally appears, maybe among those titles there will be one that has long existed only in the dreams of fans. A song, a harmony, a collaboration between Jimin and Jungkook that finally becomes reality. For now, there is still no official confirmation. But one thing is certain, every time they sing together, their chemistry always feels incredible. So what do you think? Will we really get a Jikook song on the next BTS album? Write your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more exciting moments on Jikook stories.